Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, we're back with the Morning Crossfire, 99.3 Nigerian. For a while, we're keeping eyes on what's happening in Israel and, of course, the ongoing escalation of the conflict in the Middle East, especially now that Iran has come back into the fray, and Israel saying they retaliate. All that is important to keep our eyes on. But we want to come back to Nigeria and talk about a recent series of events that I think are really important that Nigerians keep their eyes on. We expect to be joined by a constitutional lawyer on the program this morning as we look at the agenda of Nigeria's new Chief Justice. The agenda of Nigeria's new Chief Justice right here on the Morning Crossfire. We expect to be joined by Chief Festus Oguche. He's a chief, but he's also a lawyer. First of all, he's a lawyer, and he's a constitutional lawyer. He's in the city of Port Harcourt, and he'll give his opinion on what the Chief Justice of Nigeria has put out as her agenda. After being sworn in by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the State House Federal Executive Council chamber, she proceeded to give a speech as Nigeria's new justice. Proceeded to give a speech. Now, the speech was at the commencement of a legal year, where she made some policy statements in that speech, and it's something that I think a number of legal eggheads have been commenting on. The policies that she said she will implement, what she is coming to do. Now, when she was first sworn in, some people were against that, saying that is not the process that is meant to be followed. The likes of former governor of Cross River State, my darling state, my dear state, Donald Duke, said on TV that wasn't that due process was not followed. That she should not have been sworn in before being screened by the Senate. But anyway, that happened last week. The Senate president made his own statement and gave her his marching orders. And, of course, the president subsequently has sworn her in on Monday. Now, when she gave a policy speech, the first time she was sworn in, she said some things. But Monday was the first time she gave a written speech, where she outlined what she's coming to do as Nigeria's substantive Chief Justice. I'm talking about Kekerekun. Your thoughts are welcome. We'll look at what she said. Hopefully, our guests will join us on time, and then we can have the conversation. 0201-277-0993. 0201-277-0993 is the number to call if you'd like to have your say. What do they say? The judiciary is the last hope of the common man. President Bola Tinubu has also given the marching orders to the Chief Justice of Nigeria. For instance, he has said that the judiciary should remain the hope of the common man, amongst other things that, the president said to the new Chief Justice on Monday. So we'll take your thoughts on that. I mean, everything is tied to the judiciary in the country. I've said in the past, looking at the recent events and string of events in the country, that maybe the media has become the hope of the common man. Yeah, because, people prefer to reach out to the media for help rather than to go to the courts. However, I believe in the Nigerian judicial system, to give results, to protect the people, all right? To protect the people, especially in civil cases, which is what my lawyer friends tell me, that when it comes to civil cases, Nigerian judges are amongst the best in the world. But when it comes to political cases, just leave it at that. You take what you get. Anyway, your thoughts are welcome, like I said, on the numbers we usually advertise, 0201 277 0993. 0201 277 0993. Female listeners can call that number or call a special line, 0201 465 7190. 0201 465 7190. And you can have your say. She is the 23rd substantive Chief Justice of Nigeria. Like I said, the swearing-in ceremony took place at a council chambers at the presidential villa in Abuja, following her confirmation by the Senate last week. Now, when she was confirmed by the Senate last week, what did the Senate President say to her? We played it on the news the next morning. What the Senate President said is that the new Chief Justice should go after senior lawyers who are fond of appearing in the media, particularly television. But let me put it in the media. Let me use the word the media. To criticize the judiciary. All right? To criticize the judiciary or comment on cases that are in court is what God like you listen to know if you didn't hear him. So I will part of what the lady is going to do, because she's also said that she'll look into it. She's also said she'll look into it. But that's the advice of the Senate President. Go after those senior lawyers who are fond, who like to appear on TV, radio, in the media, criticizing the country's judiciary, casting aspersion on the judiciary, and commenting on cases that are in court. Go after them. Punish them, is what the Senate President is saying. I want to read, I'll just quote him. He didn't mention names, though. He didn't mention names. I don't know if all of them are senior lawyers, because you have some of them who are not senior lawyers, who, I don't know, maybe they are part of who the Senate President is talking about. For instance, okay, this is what he said. Quote, I would say that recently, very senior members of the bar, we all know them, they're fond of being on Politics Today. That's Shell's program on channels. Thank God he didn't mention that. They were commenting on cases that are before either the Court of Appeal or the Supreme Court. And this wasn't the case in the past. But that's Akpabio's own concern. What do you think about this? The likes of... who are those we see on TV and radio? Because I want to take their thoughts on this. The likes of Monday Ubani, and I congratulated him this morning when we had the newspaper review, and I congratulate him again. He's a terrific lawyer, terrific individual, terrific gentleman, always in the middle, always objective, just like the others. So the likes of Monday Ubani, they're on TV, radio. I'm not against him because I want him to come when I invite him again. The likes of Inibe Effiong. In fact, I called Inibe Effiong to ask him if he thought he was part of those who the Senate President was referring to. How can I forget Liberals Oshoma, who is here from time to time? Liberals, how you day? How can I forget Baba Femi Falana? I think he's the most senior. He's the epoch. All right. So what is the new Chief Justice going to do about Femi Falana? Always appearing on TV. And now, increasingly, with the issues the judiciary has been facing, these lawyers are becoming emboldened, commenting on the state of the judiciary. Is it right? Is it fair? So, the woman has said that this is something she's going to look into, issues of sub judice. Let's start from there, Justice Kekereko. Let's start from there to take your thoughts, all right, on the morning crossfire. Try and get across to our guest. Hopefully he'll join us. Okay, we have calls coming through. 020127709993. Hello, good morning.
Hey, Kofi Bartels. Most controversial person I know in your world.
Okay, now you talk more.
Is Ambassador Musa here from Mission.
Ambassador, which lawyer should she start from? Nominate someone.
Yeah. To me, I think the Senate President is entitled to his opinion. Okay? And the Chief Justice could just do the needful. Not to necessarily listen to what he said. Okay? He should not go after the innocent too, because we must talk. We must talk. So if it's some who are come out with fictitious comments, whatever, when we false statement, but those who are telling the truth, we are the truth. I buy something from talking, because like I said, the court is the hope of common man. We shall have our way. They should go after what I think that the just should do. Kofi Bartels. It's not forces who are delaying. People delay who are delaying justice. Who will tell you that I will punish you? You go to court and 1 year, 2 years, the court still will still be there. Those oppressors, those are the people I think you should go after.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
Those are necessary adjustment and also adjustment after collecting money.
Thank you.
So you should go after those people.
Thank you very much.
Not to those people who make comments, who comment on radio, who give us hope.
All right.
Please.
Thank you. Thank you very much. He says he shouldn't go after those who are commenting on radio and TV. My God. Anyway, let's see what would happen going forward. I decided to leave some of our lawyers in Lagos out of this today so that, because it's a sensitive matter. And I went all the way to Port Harcourt. Hopefully, I guess will join us before then. 99.3, good morning.
Wow. Hello, Mr. Kofi Bartels.
Welcome.
Wow, I'm very happy that I got you this time.
Same here. Do you think this is an attempt? What's your name, first of all? Where is this thing from?
Oh, yeah, I'm Mr. Henry calling from Alakpere.
Okay, Harry. Do you think this is an attempt to gag these lawyers?
What?
All right, Harry, go on with your thoughts. Go on.
Oh, yeah. My thought is that I listened to the speech of the president yesterday. You know, it's really just the part of this government. They don't practice what is called democracy. Democracy is for the people, by the people.
Harry, are you aware of what we are talking about?
No.
Oh, okay. You missed it. You have to listen so you can get the flow of the conversation. 99.3, good morning.
Good morning. Kofi, Bartels, Anna Junior this morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome.
My name is Godwin.
All right.
Calling from Lakwe.
Welcome, Godwin.
It is unfortunate that the type of democracy Nigeria is onto in recent years, for the past 9 years, is opposite of what American kind of democracy approved. I can remember when this current government were in opposition, both the lawyers and whatever, they were part of the people that were speaking out as opposition party, even if of the people in power then.
All right.
But unfortunately, when this current government got into government, that is when we started seeing the judges' home being broken and whatever. And that is where justice is no more what is expected of. So today, how will you say the lawyer that should tell the truth the way it's supposed to, they should padlock their mouth? Is it a dictatorial government or democracy?
Right. Thank you very much.
Is it the standard of democracy?
What you're saying is that this is an attempt to padlock the mouth of lawyers in Nigeria.
Hello?
All right, he's saying there's an attempt to padlock the mouth of lawyers in Nigeria. Please give others time to comment, and it's 60 or 1 minute. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome. Who do we have on the line, please?
Yeah, my name is Olajide. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
All right, welcome, Ola. Please go.
Yes, my contribution would have to go basically in assisting to clarify how the judiciary come on. I'm a legal practitioner.
Okay, great.
It is ethically wrong for a lawyer who is involved in a matter in court to start speaking on those matters that has already been submitted to the court. That lawyer can be cited for contempt ex facie curiae. But it is different when a member of the public is having a discussion on it. There is no law criminalizing a member of the public or media from commenting on issues that have been placed before the court.
What about a lawyer who is not party to or who is not a part of the case?
Yes, a lawyer who is not part of the case can do so without touching the nitty-gritty of the issues that have been submitted for the decision of the court.
Look at a substantive matter, substantive
exactly.
issues.
He can find his way around it.
Okay.
But very ethically wrong for a lawyer who is part of the case before the court and now start addressing issues which you have submitted before the court. That is when we say it is sub judice. I cannot comment on it. But a random lawyer can decide to offer his opinion with respect to the issues before the court. And after the issues have been decided, it can also critique the decisions of the court and not criticize or ridicule the judiciary, but can critique the decisions in looking at, okay, this is how the court may have decided this or that.
All right. What about commenting? Okay, you've talked about critiquing the judiciary. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you calling in. We'll take some more. We'll take a look at what Justice Kekere Kun said. in her speech. Look at some of the details when we come back from the break. But this is Senate President from last week.
Can invite, or even the agency the court can invite, or even the agency can discipline a senior lawyer who is fond of sitting down to analyze cases that are yet to be decided upon on television, in social media, and all that. I think it will serve as a deterrent and will also help to bring back the integrity of the judiciary and the judicial system that we are talking about.
So do you agree that that's how the integrity of the judiciary will be restored? Since Akpabio is saying that we need to restore the integrity of the judiciary, and of course, he's looking at senior lawyers, discipline them to restore the integrity of the judiciary. Is that what you think, or you agree with? We'll take a last call before our break. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kofi.
Yeah, you called earlier, right?
Yeah, this is Pastor Ladipo.
Oh, sorry, Pastor Ladipo. Please
this
go on.
Pastor Ladipo.
All right.
I'm calling from Orile Gomo.
Quickly, please.
Sorry, Gomo. You see, there is this thing these politicians are doing, and that is that they are trying to make sure they weak every institution that can really come against them. And they are succeeding seriously. I'm telling you. Now, if they said that nobody should analyze on this case that is in court, the law is already there. There are areas you can't touch. That is certain. There are areas you can't touch. But for the fact them to come up now and say that they should not analyze senior lawyers and that.
Thank you.
So how will people, the public people, have knowledge?
Thank you.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Good day, my people. I have a message for you from Nigerian Breweries PLC.
Nigerian Breweries PLC?
Yes, and it's about your rights.
Rights?
Yes, Nigerian Breweries PLC is offering a rights issue of 22,607,491,232 ordinary shares of 50 kobo each at 26 naira 50 kobo per share. So, as an existing shareholder, it's an opportunity to increase your shareholding in the company. Hope I have spoken well.
Yes,
take advantage of this opportunity. Participate in the Nigerian Breweries PLC rights issue today. Acceptance period opens Monday, 2nd September 2024 and closes Friday, 11th October 2024. Visit www.nbplc.com to download the form. Complete and submit it with evidence of payment no later than Friday, 11th October 2024 to any of the issuing houses or receiving agents in the rights circular. Nigerian Breweries PLC. Winning with Nigeria.
Africa is all connected. With Turkish Airlines FlyFest, fly to Europe, to America, and to Istanbul at special prices. Book your ticket until December 15th for flights between September 15th and December 15th. For details, please visit TurkishAirlines.com. Turkish Airlines.
Well man and well woman.
Are you tired and run down? Well Man and Well Woman from Vitabiotics UK provide your one-a-day capsules with all the benefits for healthy living.
Well Man has been specially developed for men to maintain general health and vitality.
Well Woman is a blend of minerals and vitamins at optimal levels, specifically designed for busy modern women.
Make a healthy change today with Well Man and Well Woman. Available in all good pharmacies nationwide.
Health and vitality.
He done of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you the wine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abby? Jerry, now you they talk like this. Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I no know.
Guy, HFM.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said HFM.com.
Which one is HFM.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said HFM.com. Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
You define better odd. I bet you one play cause over 1.5. I bet you one bet. Say, but seem no go score at all. Yeah. Our odd, chaburata, in order for bet baba. You feel with money, bet baba. Shop it easy, or bet baba. We get online games for you. You play, I got dollar one. We get better bonus. Money me no dollar. Yeah, na bet baba day so. Cash up, Oh, darling, no. Welcome to Bet Baba.
Register now on betbaba.ng. Not for people under 18.
Sorry, madam. There's an emergency at the shop. They need you now. It's a serious...
Nothing is more serious than a Golden Morn breakfast with my family. Don't you understand? All our winnings start with a nutritious golden breakfast. Now, sit down. Please join us.
Yes, ma'am. At once.
Breakfast is serious business. Handle it with a nutritious Golden Morn. Now with a great new look. Trust Golden Morn to help fuel your family to win every day. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
Looking for ways to overcome challenges in your career journey? The perfect time to step into a world of opportunity is now. At Markets for You, a trusted, well-renowned online trading company with over 17 years of experience and customers spread across the globe. Discover a new way to earn and learn by copying top traders from around the world. No previous experience required. If you're of 18, you can start earning profits from the comfort of your home today. Visit www.marketsforyou.com or call 0912-779-0500, 0912-779-0500 today to start your journey towards financial independence with Markets for You.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Back, still the crossfire right here, 993 Nigerian Info. I'm Kofi Bartels, looking at the agenda of Nigeria's new substantive Chief Justice. The Honorable Justice Kofi, of course, was officially on Monday. President Bartels, of course, now is no longer acting, but is the substantive Chief Justice of Nigeria. Amongst this, we look at not we setting the agenda for her, but the agenda she set for herself. In the time that she'll have or spend as Nigeria's Chief Justice. Now, in response to what Senate President Godswill Akpabio said at her screening, don't forget this was at her screening on the floor of the Senate last week, where the Senate President said what he said, which is what I aired earlier. Maybe go back there, maybe listen to it again.
Invite, or even the NJC, the court can invite, or even the NJC can discipline a senior lawyer who is fond of sitting down to analyze cases that are yet to be decided upon on television, in social media, and all that. I think it will serve as a deterrent and will also help to bring back the integrity of the judiciary and the judicial system that we are talking about.
So, talking about bringing back the integrity of the judiciary. It therefore means if the Senate President is saying that, that means that the judiciary has lost some of its integrity. Is that a way to bring back judicial integrity in Nigeria, or do you think this is a move to gag lawyers? Because the 23rd CJN replied to the Senate President, replied to him rather, saying that, quote, speaking on social media, condemning the judiciary, commenting on cases that are sub judice, will not have anywhere to hide. They will be dealt with decisively, is what she said. Speaking on social media. So does this mean that as a lawyer, if you go speak on social media, the Senate President is saying take them to the court or take them before NJC? National Judicial Council. We're talking about sanitizing the judiciary. Is what he said. Okay. So this is what she replied. Speaking on social media, condemning the judiciary. Number two. Commenting on cases that are sub judice. Number three, will have nowhere to hide. They will be dealt with decisively. I want the lawyers to call in and tell us what do you think about it. Unfortunately, our guest isn't with us, so we'll leave it at that. And of course, amongst other things, she talked about repositioning the judiciary. We'll look at all that. For me, this is the most important aspect of it. For me, this is like one of the most important aspects of her agenda. Officially, this is part of her agenda right here. We're talking about it on the Morning Crossfire 0201 277 0993. We have 0201 277 0993. That's a main line. We have a WhatsApp number 08095 975805 08095 975805. You can send a short message on WhatsApp. You can send a voice note of 1 minute or less, or you can call us on that WhatsApp number. All right. And of course, within your calls, the female listeners can call the special line 080. No, that's 0201 465 7190. 0201 465 7190. Talking about voice notes, this is what we have. Let's take the next one. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Kofi. This is Chinedu from Ayobo. On the advice of the Senate President to the new Chief Justice that she should go after lawyers that are vocal against cases that are in court, I feel like it's also an attempt to keep us quiet, because if the lawyers are somehow cowed by the political elite, I think it's not going to be good for the country. And I know that these lawyers would fight that. Lawyers like Bartels and Falano. I know that they're not just flippant like that and say things they're not supposed to say. I think most times they are guided when they say those things. But for the Senate President saying that, I think it's an attempt to further cow the people.
All right, let's pick the next set of calls. 99.3, good morning.
Kebi.
Uh-huh.
Good morning.
Good morning. Who do we have on the line?
Engineer Christian Agazelwa. Kebi, please, I want to inform the Lagos State government there's an incident going on in Ejibo axis of Izimu Road. For the past 1 hour, it's like as if we are in Lebanon. Either that a filling station is on fire or that the NFCC pipeline that goes towards that area has been breached. This fire has been raging on for the past 1 hour uncontrollably. Please, we are calling on the relevant authorities. Ezimu axis is Sherry Road. They should go to that area.
It's Sherry Road, right?
Yes, I think it is, because from my house I can see the smoke billowing up. Everybody is scared. I don't want to go there right now, but when everything cools down for a while, I will go there and I think I'll call Nigeria Info and get back to you.
Stay safe. Stay safe.
Yes,
stay
no
safe.
problem.
Thank you very much. So the fire service, better federal, state, or IOC, please respond as quickly as possible. FEMA, SEMA, whatever, LEMA. Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Yes, my name is Lazarus, calling you from Bariga.
Lazarus, welcome.
Yes, sir. The way I see this thing, the truth of the matter is that we don't have a country. Because instead we have a country, even though the Senate President.
Are you there? Are you there? Okay, the call has been lost. Please call back if you can. 99.3,
Hello?
Good morning. Welcome.
Hello?
That's the female line. Sorry about that. I gotta let you go. Hello, good morning. Good
Hello,
morning.
good morning.
Yeah, welcome. Who do we have?
All right, Kofi Bartels, I greet you.
Good morning. Your name?
My name is Emmanuel. I call from Ogba.
Ogba, all right. Go on, Emmanuel.
Quickly, the Senate President said, bringing back the integrity of the judiciary. So, by his own admission, the integrity of the judiciary is gone. It is gone. He is part of the people who took it away. Remember, Kofi, just a few months ago, the National Bureau of Statistics, an agency of government, released the local corruption index for 2023. And the judiciary was found to be the body that received the highest bribe money in 2023. 700 billion plus. And what was that event last year that produced 700 billion bribe? The 2023 election. It has never happened before with the judiciary. Okay? It was the 2023 election that produced the bribe money that made the judiciary take first in the corruption index. So, Madam Chief Justice of Nigeria, are we not supposed to talk about that? or
Thank
to
you.
say, oh, okay, NBS, what this thing you said is not true.
Thank
We
you.
shouldn't be there at all.
Thank you very much.
Why is Madam not worried about that?
Thank you very much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
the time. Appreciate the time. Thank you for calling. All right, what Madam says, Milord the Honorable Justice Kudirat Kekerekun is saying is that this is a new dawn. All right, what you saw, what you heard from NBS or other quarters, is in the past. Why? How do I know it's in the past? Because she's saying in her speech at the commencement of the new legal year, the 2024-25 legal year, that, quote, this is a new dawn and a new era in the Nigerian judiciary. What does a new dawn mean to you? To me, it means that this thing you've just said about corruption is a thing of the past. Don't forget, and I'm asking a question, can the judiciary and the Nigerian Judicial Council, can they discipline lawyers? Individual private lawyers? Or not? Don't forget, we have bodies like the body of benchers, we have the Nigeria Bar Association, and all that. If lawyers are taking bribes, or you say judges are taking bribes, fine, judges okay. But what about lawyers? But she says that this is a new dawn in the Nigerian judiciary. Over the years, various factors have contributed to the negative image of the judiciary. However, she says, and I think she must be commended for admitting it, however, we are determined to change this narrative and make the judiciary a source of pride for all Nigerians. Is it possible? What do you think? What do you think? Is it possible? What do you think? All right. She talked about things like forum shopping. All right. The lawyers can tell us more about what forum shopping is. Now, something she said I think is quite profound that we must not forget and we must highlight. She talked about disobedience to court orders. And she says, quote, disobedience to court orders and non-compliance with judicial directives is a direct affront to democracy and an invitation to anarchy. Now, we all know some of the cases, the popular ones, where the court has ruled or has given an order and it's not being obeyed. There are cases in point. I don't want to mention them because I don't want to escalate this situation. But she's saying that disobedience to court orders or non-compliance with judicial directives is a direct affront to democracy and an invitation to anarchy. She says, quote, as such, it is critical that we respect and observe all the features of an enduring democracy, for in doing so, we maintain the delicate balance that sustains our society. In other words, if we do not deal with those who disobey court orders, if we do not nip non-compliance to judicial directives in the bud, our society can disintegrate. That's what she's saying. Our democracy can be lost, is what she's saying. So, how can we do this? Who are the biggest culprits when it comes to disobedience to court orders or non-compliance with judicial directives that Milord the Honorable Justice Kudirat Kekerekun is talking about? Take your thoughts right here. She says, quote, let us work together collectively and tirelessly to ensure that Nigeria continues to abide by the rule of law, uphold the best democratic practices. So who are those who do not uphold democracy in this country? Who are those who do not abide by the rule of law in this country? All right? Is what she's saying. So there's a new era. She talked about the factors that have damaged or changed the image of the judiciary, created a negative image. She says she's determined to change the narrative and make the judiciary a source of pride for all Nigerians. What will she do? What must she do? What should she do to make you proud of the Nigerian judiciary? Because she knows that Nigerians are not proud of their judiciary. So as far as you're concerned, what should the new CJN do to make you proud of the Nigerian judiciary? All right, you can answer the questions I've asked. I'm sorry I kept Johnson on the line for long. Johnson, are you there? Hello, Johnson, are you there? Okay, Johnson, I'm so sorry. Just looked up and actually forgot that you were there. It happens from time to time. Apologies for that. 99.3, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Akimo.
Okay, good to hear from you. Where are you listening from? Where are you listening
Thank
from?
you very much. One thing is very clear. The Senate President and his court may never succeed in gagging the Nigerian lawyers. We have a very vibrant bar association, and the lawyers, they don't just refer to themselves as learned colleagues for their fun of it. They are quite knowledgeable, and they know what is sub judice and what is not. So they don't just comment on matters anyhow. In fact, sometimes on radio or on television, they acknowledge that when topics are introduced to them, if it is sub judice, they won't go into it. So there is no way they can succeed in gagging the barristers, the lawyers in Nigeria. They are quite.
What about commenting on the state of the judiciary and criticizing the judiciary?
Commenting on
the judiciary, on the state of Nigeria's judiciary, and maybe even criticizing.
They can't comment for as long as the comments are not sub judice, because that is one important thing. If it is not, people can comment. They are not an island. They are part of the society, and if they go wrong, people are right to comment about their inadequacies.
Thank you.
There's nothing wrong in that.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much. 99.3, we lost your call there. Hello, good morning. .3, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, who do we have on the line, please?
Can you hear me, sir? Good morning.
Loud and clear. Your name?
Yes, my name is Emmanuel. I'm calling you from Japoli.
Welcome, Emmanuel.
So for me, I want the senior lawyer to go against the Akpabio and the president, because the way they are treating us in this country is not good. I don't want a lot of story. I want the senior lawyer to turn against them. Can you hear me, sir?
How? How should they turn against them, and why?
Because what they are doing to us, is it fair? Even though you are talking, you see what the Akpabio and the president are doing to us, is it fair? I want the senior lawyer to go against them. The people are suffering. What are we hearing every day in the radio station?
All right.
Let's do the right thing. Let the senior lawyer to go against them.
Thank you.
Let's bring them to the office.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. I mean, to be fair to the new Chief Justice, she acknowledged in her inaugural speech where she outlined her agenda that some members of the Nigerian judiciary have not covered themselves in glory. This is what she said. Quote, the attitude of some of us in the justice sector is sometimes less than salutary, and that has contributed to the current image deficit of the country's legal system. So, I mean, should she not be commended for acknowledging there is a problem? Right from day one, when she went to take an oath of office as acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, she admitted that the judiciary needs cleaning up. For me, it could be argued that admittance is a big one. It's a big step. It's a big step. So if that is the case, does she deserve commendation for saying stuff like that, for saying things like the attitude of some of us in the justice sector is sometimes less than salutary, and this has contributed to the current image deficit of the country's legal system? All right. I'll take some messages here before we pick the next set of calls. Okay. A second. Do we have this? Yes, we do.
Is it today we started to hear it? Those judges, all of them from Supreme Court to Appeal Court to local state high court, those ones that are collecting bribe, who is going after them? Talk less of they are talking about their lawyers. Who will go after them? They want to cage people that are coming out to speak so they cannot be able to speak again. It's not today we are hearing about the promise. What of the one the FCC man promise? All of them are politicians. The only thing is that politicians have bought all the judiciary. They have pocketed them. They cannot do anything. That's what this regime want to do. They want to pocket everybody, even though you people on the media cannot be able to talk again. We are still watching the outcome. Thank you.
All right, I seem to have our guest on the line, Chief Festus Oguche, constitutional lawyer. Good morning to you, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, Kofi. Good morning.
All right, please get closer to your phone. Please get closer to your phone. Maybe you can enable your video so that we can see you as well. Chief Oguche, you are a lawyer. What are your thoughts on the call by the Senate President on the Chief Justice of Nigeria, now substantive, to go after lawyers who comment on social media, on television, who criticize the judiciary, and thirdly, who also comment on ongoing cases? She had said that she will go after them. I think that's what we saw in her reply. Let's start from there. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't think the Senate President is speaking in a capacity that he understands. I would rather say that nobody can go after anybody for expressing himself. The right to freedom of expression is there. And whatever comments lawyers make, either on social media or in the public domain on the courts, cannot be impugned because it's justified. It's just like what I'm saying now. It's just something that's already on the street. So it is not for the Senate President to tell the CJN what to do. And the CJN, affirming what he's saying, is also trying to say that maybe lawyers could be suppressed from expressing their opinions. It is something that one never envisaged, that maybe the possibility of a lawyer being criticized or being impugned or made to pay for certain professional opinions expressed have become a matter for victimization. That to be victimizing the lawyers, as far as I'm concerned. And we have to look at the law and see the extent to which a lawyer can express himself, even with regards to the courts, the judicial system. And if they are going out of their way, who is the better person to tell them or say, give the proper direction than the lawyers? So to begin to make that assertion is just trying to muzzle the lawyers from expressing their opinion about the way the judicial sector is performing. If it is performing below standard, who is the better person to express it than the lawyer? Particularly in a situation where it is very, very glaring to society, a situation where public opinion for the judicial system has gone very, very, very down. Except maybe they want to say that maybe the CJ can just sit there and begin to violate fundamental rights, human rights of lawyers, because they express themselves on things that are justifiable. Except maybe in areas that maybe you think that the lawyer was not objective in his analysis, or the lawyer was not very fair. But if the sense of objectivity is there, there are things happening and people are expressing what the general public feelings that the general public are expressing towards the judiciary, I don't think anything wrong.
But is it right? Yeah, because Akpabio was talking about both junior lawyers and senior lawyers. So the junior lawyers are learning from the senior lawyers. And the CJN, now substantive, says that those speaking on social media condemning the judiciary, commenting on cases that are sub judice, will not have anywhere to hide. They will be dealt with decisively. Now, apart from commenting on cases on social media, speaking against the judiciary or commenting on the state of the judiciary, what lines, as far as ongoing cases which lawyers are involved in, should not be crossed?
Well, yes, except I'm speaking from that perspective, because when the matter is sub judice, man, that's what the law says. You don't go making comments about it. You cannot prejudice the proceedings that's already before the court of competence jurisdiction. The law is very clear about that. And even the court itself, where the matter is, whether it's a customary court or the High Court or the Court of Appeal, and you make comments concerning ongoing cases in its substantive sphere. Of course,
can you draw the difference, make the difference clear to us between commenting on the substantive issues of the case and comments that are not bordering or do not infringe on the substantive matter, for want of a better word, of the case?
Kofi, you and I have done this a lot of times. And there are several instances that I will always point out that, this matter is pending, it's sub judice. Once a matter is sub judice, you cannot ordinarily Sorry, I have some dogs around here. You cannot ordinarily make comments about cases that are not supposed to be commented upon, particularly those ones that are still yet to be determined.
But can you comment on issues for like, for instance, I always say for public enlightenment that are you're not commenting on a substantive matter. This person is guilty, that person is not guilty, this one didn't do it, that one didn't do it. The judge, you're talking about this is what the case is about. These are the parties, these are our prayers while we're making this and all that. Can you do that without commenting on the substantive issues?
Yes, you can do that if you're coming from the sidelines, particularly if what you're looking at, if it's a case of defamation and somebody has defined Mr. A has defamed Mr. B, and you're looking at it from the point of view of the law of defamation, not connecting to the substantive matter or making comments regarding the liability or otherwise, or guilt or otherwise.
What about for public enlightenment purposes?
For public enlightenment purposes, you can make comments concerning defamation, for instance. I'm taking that as an example. And you can make comments concerning that and hovering around the subject matter, but not striking on the substantive issue on what led to that case, the main thing that is left for the court to determine.
We have to go. Barrister, thank you very much for your time, and we appreciate it. We'll have another time to talk about this more extensively.
Thank you very much.
Africa is all connected. With Turkish Airlines FlyFest, fly to Europe, to America, and to Istanbul at special prices. Book your ticket until December 15th for flights between September 15th and December.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.